The 17th Amendment by Manuel Lopez. The 17th Amendment explanation. The 17th Amendment protects the rights of citizens to elect two senators for their state. This means that the state legislature are no longer selecting the senators, and it was now the citizens' turn to elect their representation. The 17th Amendment gives a direct democracy to the citizens so that they can choose representation of state in Congress. Each senator is elected from each state and serves a 6-year term. The 17th Amendment helps smaller states because it doesn't matter the population of the state, each state only gets 2 senators. The 17th Amendment was passed on May 13, 1912, and ratified on April 8, 1913. Social, economic, historic, or political reason for this amendment. When the Constitution was adopted in 1788, state legislators would choose 2 senators per state. It was a corrupt system where people could pay off the state legislators to elect someone who they want. To prevent these problems, the Oregon system was adopted by many states until the 17th Amendment was implemented. The Oregon system was where state legislative candidates started to state on the ballot that they would agree with the results of a direct election for U.S. Senator. The 17th Amendment had been implemented because the corrupt officials would take bribes from corporations to elect who they wanted until the 17th Amendment was implemented. The Oregon system was put in to help with that. The idea of direct elections had been proposed, but it was always put down. It was proposed because of all the corruption. Soon both houses of Congress passed legislation which proposed direct election. In 1911, the House of Representatives passed a joint House resolution which put up the idea of an amendment that would include direct election because they wanted people to have a direct say, and it was finally implemented on April 8, 1913. Supreme Court case, Gray v. Sanders. Who was involved? James Sanders, James Gray, George Stewart, and Ben Fordson. When did it happen? It took place in the 1960s. Where did it happen? It happened in Fulton, Georgia. What happened? Georgia had always used a county unit system to count votes in the election. In this system, they used the person who got the most votes in a county and would get all the votes in that county. What this system did was they gave rural counties most of the unit votes, even though the rural counties only was a third of the population during that time. Well, in 1962, James Sanders brought a suit against most of the representatives of the Georgia State Democratic Executive Committee. What Sanders claimed was that it was violating the 17th Amendment with the due process. Sanders was saying that his vote had allegedly less influence on the candidate than a rural vote. What was the decision? In an 8-1 decision, the court favored Sanders and came to the terms of agreement. The court ruled that the Georgia county unit voting system violated the 14th and 17th Amendment. The court said that everybody must have an equal vote and the system in which it's done should be fair. They said that the 15th, 17th, and 19th Amendment are one thing, which is one person is equal to one vote. True and false statement. The 17th Amendment allows influence from people to choose who they want for Senate, but it's ultimately the state's choice. Answer. It's false. And that's it for my project. Thank you.